Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to our channel, Mana Vizag. We have a guest with us today. తన గురించి నేను ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేసిన దానికన్నా తను చెప్తేనే బాగుంటుంది. హలో. సో బిఫోర్ గోయింగ్ డీప్ ఇన్ టు అవర్ కాన్వర్జేషన్, టెల్ అబౌట్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ టు అవర్ సబ్స్క్రైబర్స్.
Yeah, hello, namaskaram. So I am Agrima Nair. I belong to Kerala and I am a cyclist also. So I am traveling from Kerala from last 2 years. I have done initially from Kerala to Ladakh cycling, and now I am traveling from Kanyakumari towards northeast. And my motto of it is to promote health and mental health especially.
సో యూఆర్ బేసికలీ ఫ్రమ్ కేరళ?
Yes, I am from Kerala, but then because of background from military, so I am traveling from my childhood to different places, almost throughout India. Yes.
So whole India you covered, or did you leave any place uncovered?
Yeah, almost all India already, and now whatever is remaining, I am covering it right now.
What is that remaining part you are going to cover?
Remaining part is the Odisha, West Bengal,
Okay.
and East Coast area,
East Coast
mostly,
area, okay.
and going towards Sikkim and Northeast.
Sikkim and Northeast. So what is the basic fundamental thing? Why are you doing this traveling, cycling and all these things?
So I love traveling and I love history. I love to learn cultures, and I meet different people from different aspects of their own life and different geographical areas also. They have their own food, culture and rituals and everything. I love to learn them. So I am traveling from a long time. So it was in 2022, I was with some Buddhist monks, and they called me in Ladakh. So they were like, come here and teach some students, some kids, because it's very difficult for them to reach the education over there. So they asked me to come and teach about some science. I have a background from neuroscience, which I have done a PhD on it, and a background on yoga as well. So I have done under UGC. So then after I traveled, I chose like how to travel there, and I may meet a lot of kids, lot of people from different community, and teach them how to be mental and physically healthy. So that I started from Kerala, and I thought like I may meet like 200-300 people, but I tend to meet more than 1 lakh of people, and I was so lucky to have that opportunity in my life.
So you learned yoga, you finished your PhD. What else did you study?
I studied my master's in biotechnology and bio-nanotechnology. Then I did my PhD in neuroscience. Then I joined MSc in yoga therapy.
I should have asked in another way. What did you not study?
Yeah.
So almost since 2 years you are traveling.
Yeah, since 2 years cycling. Before that I used to travel, but cycling I am doing it.
Which
from
bike
last
you are
2 years.
using?
Cycle?
Yeah.
I am using a Kona.
Okay.
Very basic bike of a Kona.
What are the basic difficulties you found while cycling in these 2 years?
The major was the weather, because the weather is the issue always we have. Extremely rainy seasons, sometimes in red alerts I had to ride. Then extremely hot, because when I was riding from Haryana and Delhi, it was scorching heat, and the temperature was around 45-47. So it was very difficult at that time to ride, especially during 11 to 1 o'clock. It's very difficult. And then then I immediately entered into the extreme cold around -30 into Ladakh. So the weather was the major issue which I had to face. Otherwise, rest of the things was easy.
Okay. What is the best moment happened in these 2 years?
There are a lot of moments which I cannot describe like 1 or 2, because every day lot of things happens, and whatever happened was a very good thing to me, which I experienced in my life. And I got to know a lot of people, and whole of my perspective about so many things have changed from last 2 years.
Okay, then share us a bad experience.
I have never had a bad experience except one time when it is not caused by anything, because I slipped and I fell, and it caused a big wound on my leg. With that I had to ride during the rainy season, and it was not healing. So that was the major thing happened for like 10 to 15 days, and then I was okay with it.
So generally you give awareness to students, or what? What is the target of audience?
So I don't have such audience, because I give it to children's also, but then I prefer at least a 13-year-old above that, so
Okay.
that they can have a good understanding of things. But dealing with below that is something different, because they are more childish and they are more fascinated about cycling and on roads and all. But other people who can understand at least the scientific perspective and philosophical perspective of things, I prefer them. Mostly I like students from 13 above, because they are our future, and the elderly people who are really suffering bad, and also the mothers, and because the women who are in their mid age, they are struggling a lot, and working men don't have much time. So yeah, I try to help a woman on the mid age and elderly people a lot.
How do you find all this targeted audience?
It was very random. Whoever get to know, they used to get me to the schools, and
Okay.
that's how I go to the colleges, schools, or some associations, like a lot of Lions Club, Rotary clubs, and JCA and all. Also people from Cousurfer,
Cousurfer, okay.
and also other associations who are working with some NGOs and all. They also help me a lot, and also people who work with the government NGOs, like forest department or agriculture department. All those people help me a lot.
How do you manage your travel and especially night stays? Do you have any plan, like morning I have to start from here, stay at some point? Is there any plan, or you just go with the flow?
So it completely depends, because there is no such plan. Sometimes we had to make plans. So if we get a stay, like, because mostly in metros we get stay easily, because lot of enthusiastic people who are into the cycling, traveling, cow surfing, and all those groups we tend to get very easily over the metros. But on the other hand, the other people from the very rural
That's right.
places, they are so beautiful to actually accommodate us. Mostly I got very random people calling me to their home, and feeding me with a lot of food, and giving me a very good hospitality, and making me one of their family member, and having a very good conversation, and had a very good stay with them.
Okay. Being a lady, did you find any problem in like night station, all especially?
Okay, from my perspective, it's like all these hypes we have in the society, I don't know for what. But then, being a lady, I think I am more privileged, because people are always suspicious about the guys calling them around, or maybe offering them something. But being a lady, it's a privilege to us. It's the only thing which is in our own mind, that we restrict ourselves and don't want to get into it, and we will feel all the victim states and all those things. But then if we are actually out, there are more people who can help ladies more than men, because I myself experienced in Ladakh, it was very cold, and I was wearing a raincoat, and I was jumping around. Like, people could not recognize that I am a woman, so nobody stopped their vehicle. Otherwise, except that day, everybody, whoever crossed me, they always stop and ask me, do I need something?
Okay.
So that time I realized it's actually the partial behavior towards men, and women are, even though they are at high risk, but there are also more privileges and providers for them a lot.
Where are your parents staying right now?
They are in Nagpur,
Okay.
and my dad is still working. He is a government official, and he is working in hospital wing. So he's also serving for a long time with all the patients, and he is full-time worker. Yeah.
How did you convince your parents to do all these things?
Yeah. So
That is a very big question, Generally, ladies have difficulties in doing all these things and convincing the parents especially.
yeah.
You can give one best tip to our subscribers who are really want to do this.
Okay, so it's not easy to convince your parents. That is the first thing, and especially being a single daughter child, and especially daughters, they are so protected, and the family is very protective towards them. But still, if you want something, and if you try to tell this is what I want, and you are damn sure about it, you are not thinking about anything else, there are high chances that your parents or family friends will be more supportive to you, because they know that this is what you want to do in your life, so they will not stop you from that. And rest, I think, depends on your family's mental state also.
How did you convince them?
So
Doing some diksha, not eating food. Generally, our girls do that. They won't eat food for one day, 2 days. So their parents will get convinced. How did you convince your parents?
Yeah, so my mom is, as usual, she is very a very scariest person in this world.
Mom will be mom.
Yeah. So, but my dad is something like My dad was always wanted me to be very independent. He always wanted me to study well or be bold, face everything, do challenges by my own. He taught me bikes when I was just 16, and then he got me the license when I was just 18. So he wanted me to drive everything, be independent. Like tomorrow, I don't have to ask something from someone, and he always supported me. So when I told this, he didn't. He was like, "Okay, do you really want to do it?" That's all. He was. I don't think he was completely happy with it, but later on, he became like, "Okay, now she can do. She's able to do it." So he stopped commenting and started supporting me.
What about mother?
Mom is still like, why you are doing this,
When
why
are you
you want
coming
to
back?
do that. Yeah, but then my dad's and mom's superior officials, like we have a dig who is also himself is a cyclist and promote this kind of things a lot. He himself called me and supported me in every ways he could. So maybe that was a reason that she was okay, most probably.
So okay, then how are you managing your financials while traveling?
So I sometimes opt for some online work, or sometimes
Okay.
I work by my own. My family sometimes supports me, and I live in very minimalistic. Like mostly travelers have a major spendings on their accommodation, food, and some service oriented things. Like because I'm carrying cycle, so something like that, and very bare minimum amount we spend out. So we earn and we spend the less, and sometimes we get help from our parents also. That's what how I do it.
Generally, women while traveling, they'll be having a very big luggage. What about your luggage? Moreover, you're traveling on a cycle. So, do you have a huge luggage or a compact?
I have a very big luggage. It's almost 70 to 80 kgs. I have, and it's very heavy. So yeah, but my cycle is able to bear it, and it is very smooth on me, I guess. So yeah, I am able to carry that also.
So, luggage is more weight than you.
Yes, it's very heavy. And my cycle is also not that lightweight. It's around 24 kg, and so I think I'm okay with it.
See, while traveling, you'll be traveling in different states and climatic conditions. Suppose if you are unwell, then how? How do you manage when
Okay.
you're sick?
Yeah, so I take care of my food a lot because I don't eat some random things outside, but I prefer more of the vegetables, fruits, and I'm pure vegetarian, and I tend to have a intermittent fasting. At least by
Okay.
evening 4 o'clock, I stop my food, and I don't eat very spicy food and very sugary food. So I think I never got sick during my travel, and I never got any upset stomach or anything, any issues with my, even I was changing my temperature from extreme to extreme, but then still I never got fever, even a cold. So it was a very good health I maintained. Also I had a medical checkup in between, like I always have certain diagnosis and medical checkup, so it was very perfect. My all the levels are very good.
Is there any interesting during the travel? Did you met any interesting people or any something different? Can
So-
you share that?
Yeah, so I met
Like some different experience.
Okay, so I met all the people have a very unique thing, but still I have met very beautiful kids. I have met very beautiful politicians. I have met a very beautiful
Beautiful politicians.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yes, of course, and then I have met a very beautiful awardees and we people who work for social causes, and if not socially involved, very spiritual people also, and very polite and lovable people who just serve me food also. Those people also I cannot even forget, even for a single moment. So every person whom I met, somebody taught me something, few people taught me something, few people became very inspirational to me, and few people I could help, they could also help. So every person has created some memory.
So you didn't met any notorious person.
Yeah, few, but not like we can say that they are very notorious or something. But yes, I had to handle it politely, and I handled it well.
Yeah, handling notorious persons, politely is a big thing, where that shows your mental stress and all.
Yeah, so it, because everybody's culture is different, people treat different perspective, they don't understand what we are doing sometimes, and they may have some intentions, but They passed that intention towards me, and I passed mine, so they were convinced.
Convinced.
And they were fine.
We are convinced instead of confused.
Yes.
From Vizag, what is your next destination?
I am going towards Puri, Odisha. I want to explore the whole Odisha and then to West Bengal. So this is what my 2 months plan maybe. So I may get diverted in between somewhere, but still this is what for now. Today this is my plan.
Okay, when are you going to end this trip?
I don't have specific time period.
Because this answer is for your mother.
Yeah.
When are you going to end this trip and meeting your parents?
Yeah, I often meet them. So whenever they are in need or they call me very desperately, so I stop my cycle somewhere and I go back to home. I meet them, I stay with them,
Okay.
and once they are fed up of me, I come back.
Finally, about our Vizag. How is our Vizag?
Not only the Vizag, I just want to tell you, like, the whole Andhra is so good. The people are so generous. Like,
Not notorious.
I never. I traveled for the whole night. Like, you know, people generally tell don't travel in the night
Yes,
and all. I
yes.
generally don't travel after 6 o'clock at all. But in Andhra, it was very hot also. But not even a single day I had to suffer with anything. I traveled in the night. Even I had to ride at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the night. But it was very safe, and people were very supportive. In that scenario also, though I don't recommend, but still my experience was very good.
You are in Vizag since a week.
Yeah,
What places did you explore?
I explored. I went for a movie called as Kalki, Andhra Kalki. Not the place exactly, but yeah, I.
Did you understand the language?
Yes, I understand the language, but I can't speak back. So also I traveled all the seashores, lot of beaches, and I met a lot of people here, very beautiful travelers and people who host travelers, of course, and also I spent time in Arku also. There were a lot of caves and
Burra caves
greens,
and all, yeah.
Burra caves and all. I met a lot of tribal people also over there and had a very nice coffee. So yes.
Arku coffee is the famous coffee, one of the best coffee. Yes. And what else did you explore in Vizag?
In Vizag, yeah, I also had this bhaji, that mirchi bhaji, which is filled with a lot of onion and lemon on top of it. Yeah, and I also stayed with the host where he got me, what is that?
Bobbattu.
Bobbattu. That also
It's
I
like
had.
roti inside sweet.
Yeah,
bobbattu.
Bobbattu. I also had that, and lot of rice and pappu.
Being a vegetarian,
Yeah,
rice and
and,
pappu.
yeah. So I liked in Andhra they have very spicy chutneys all over with Guntur
Karam.
mirchi karam.
Guntur ginchi karam.
Yeah, and lot of other things like kajas, like different types of kajas, and like malai kaja in different places, some other kajas.
So
in
whole
different places. Yes.
you ate everything in Vizag.
So I
You are
had,
telling something which I didn't eat yet.
yeah, Madaka kaja.
Marta kaja.
Marta kaja. Yeah, I had. And another sweet which is like, which is transparent. It starts from P. Yes, wafer kind of.
Pootarekulu.
Pootarekulu. That also I tried. So it was very nice. So that also I tried, and it was very nice.
Nice, very nice. It's fantastic talking to you, and please visit again to
Thank
Visakhapatnam.
you.
We can have a much better time, and you know, Vizag is one of the beautiful cities in India, and all the very best. Ride safe and reach home early.
Thank you so much.
సో దిస్ ఇస్ అబౌట్ హర్, అండ్ ఇలాంటి ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ వీడియోస్ కోసం, వైజాగ్ ట్రెండింగ్ టాపిక్ కోసం, అలాగే వైజాగ్కి ఇలాంటి గెస్టులు వస్తే మేము మీకు పరిచయం చేయడం కోసం మా ఛానల్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ అండ్ ఫేస్బుక్లో కూడా మనం ఫాలో.
Yes, please subscribe.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. జై హింద్.